So as you probably already know, I'm a big fan of Tesla's upcoming Model Y. I actually pre-ordered one myself, and you can check out a complete guide to that car in a link up here or in the description below. But in the meantime, everyone's talking about the Cybertruck. It's crazy, or it's terrible, or it's the best thing that's ever happened. But most people are forgetting that the Model Y is next on Tesla's release schedule. The Cybertruck is 2 to 3 years away. The Model Y is coming out in about a year or possibly less. So I actually ordered mine in October, and they started pre-orders back in March, so I could be a good deal behind in the queue, so I might not be getting mine right when it's initially getting released. But a difference here is that the pre-order reservation price was actually $2,500, which is the biggest that Tesla has done. And that's different than, say, the Cybertruck, which is $100. So they got 250,000 reservations of the Cybertruck because 250,000 people were like, $100? Sure, I might as well get in line. It's fully refundable. I can change my mind later. Versus the Model Y, it's also refundable, but it's $2,500, which is a lot different. And you pretty much have to be full in that you want to get this car if you're going to put $2,500 down, which is what I did. So we'll see how many pre-orders they had and how far I end up back in the queue. But I doubt it's anywhere close to the Cybertruck's 250,000. Real quick side note, I'm not wearing lipstick and I'm not wearing eyeliner. These are just my beautiful eyelashes, and these are just my beautiful lips. And maybe I over color corrected that last video, because I've gotten 3 or 4 comments that you can see where people think that I'm wearing lipstick. No, I've never worn lipstick in my life. This is just how I look. But anyways, if you're curious about another video about my entire order process for the Model Y, you can check that video out up here or in the link below. But really, originally, Tesla said fall of 2020 was going to be the release date for the long-range 5-seat version of the Model Y, and then other variants to come later in 2021. But in his Q3 earnings call, Elon actually said that they were going to be pushing it up to summer of 2020. Tesla confirmed that they were ahead of schedule, and they said, quote, "Model Y equipment installation is underway in advance of the planned launch next year. We are moving faster than initially planned, using learnings and efficiencies gained from our Gigafactory Shanghai factory design." And then furthermore, they said, "We are also ahead of schedule to produce Model Y and now expect to launch in summer of 2020. So in addition to these updates from Tesla, there have been rumors going around and an article from a Taiwan newspaper that says that Tesla is actually moving forward the production of their parts manufacturers. So if it's going to be produced early, it's likely due to the fact that Tesla has started figuring these cars out. There's been about 2 years of work on the Model 3, and initially they had a lot of issues with it, but now it seems like they're figuring this stuff out, and really they're just trying to ramp up to meet demand. And the Model Y itself shares about 70 to 75% of the parts as the Model 3, and it looks like they did this on purpose because they're figuring out the Model 3 and they have confidence in it that they can just transfer that over to the Model Y. So in comparison to their last 3 cars, the S, X, and the 3, those cars were completely different, versus the Model Y is basically just based off of the Model 3, and it's like a hatchback version. And people have criticized this, saying that it's not that much different or that it looks exactly like a Model 3, but that's kind of what it's supposed to be, and that's why I like it, because I wanted a hatchback version of the Model 3. So we've seen a lot of sightings of the Model Y out in the wild, and a lot of Tesla fans have taken videos and photos of this. They've seen them at supercharger stations out near Fremont, but they've also seen them as far as Florida, which shows that Tesla is working on testing it long range, and they probably have production-ready vehicles. On top of these developments, a report in Taiwan Economic Daily that was posted in the end of November actually said that Tesla has notified their suppliers to move up production of Model Y parts to as early as Q4 of 2019, which is now. The report specifically says that this is moving it up about 6 months earlier than was previously scheduled. And a quote from the report actually says, "Recently, Tesla has been successively notified that it requires advanced preparation for Model Y mass production, which is about 6 months earlier than the original schedule." So I'm assuming when Tesla talks about summer of 2020, they're probably pushing towards August, which would mean that the parts were probably going to be manufactured in May, and there was going to be a couple months of a window before the parts are made and then the cars are actually assembled and delivered. So if we look at that, that means they're now manufacturing in December of 2019, and they originally were going to probably manufacture in May of 2019. And that probably also means that they're a month or 2 or 3 months ahead of Tesla on the actual parts manufacturing, because it makes sense that the parts have to be manufactured and then Tesla has to assemble them. So my prediction is that this car is actually going to start production in about 4 months in March of 2020. But a lot of people speculate that they might even start as early as this quarter. But I really don't think they're going to do that. Electrek actually predicts that the Model Y is going to roll off the line at Fremont starting in February and then into March, and then they'll ramp up production in the following months. So that's pretty much in line with what I think it's going to be, and based on these manufacturers, I think that makes the most sense. So what does this mean for my delivery? Well, I know that I'm about 7.5 months back in the queue, and so that could be a long wait or that could be short. I don't know, because it was a $2,500 reservation fee compared with the Cybertruck, which we know they have reserved about 250,000 of those last we heard, and that was a $100 deposit. So maybe I'm number 900 out of 1,000, or maybe I'm number 90,000 out of 100,000. Only time will tell, and we'll see what happens. You know, I could receive it a month after it starts getting produced, or I could receive it 10 months after it starts getting produced. We'll see, and we'll see how that affects me saving for a down payment. In any case, I'm excited to see what advanced production means for the Model Y and what it could mean for Tesla in the future regarding deliveries and release dates and production timelines. I'll be sure to keep you updated on everything that's coming out about the Model Y, and then when I actually get the car, I'm going to be doing tons of videos all related to the car, and I can't wait to get it. I'm so excited for this car. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that you can stay updated on everything coming with the Model Y, and then also just general Tesla updates and electric car updates. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next video.